and welcome to week 7 of your Security 110 course. The focus on this week, we're going to be looking at Chapter 6, Network Security. Now, last week we discussed Chapter 5 and we talked about 3 important elements to secure in most IT settings, and that would be the host system, the application software, and the data itself. On last week, or in Chapter 5, we also discussed physical security. We discussed the different types of hardware, proximity readers, video surveillance, and fencing. We also talked about application security, or securing to the application software that we use, or even the precautions that we should take throughout the development phase of application software. And then last but not least, in Chapter 5, we looked at securing data, or what an organization determines to be critical data and how to ensure the security of such data. So those were all of the topics that we covered in Chapter 5. Now in Chapter 6, we're going to look at network security. We're going to look at some standard network security devices. Some you may have worked with in the past, some you may have studied on in the past. We're going to look at hubs, switches, routers. We're going to look at intrusion detection and prevention. Also in Chapter 6, we're going to look at how a network is designed, or the setup of a network can also add an additional level of security, and that is by creating what we call a demilitarized zone, which is simply a functioning network that is outside of the secured network. We're also going to look at subnetting a single network into smaller subnets. And then finally, we're going to look at virtual LANs, or the logically grouping of devices when segmenting a network. So those are all of the topics dealing with network security that we're going to discuss in Chapter 6. Also, as you read through your textbook, just keep in mind that the textbook is designed to prep you for the Security Plus certification exam. And if you look here on the overhead, I do have a slide that lists the objectives that are covered in Chapter 6 that parallels with the Security Plus certification exam. And those objectives are 1.1, which explain the security function and purpose of network devices and technologies. And then we have objective 1.2, which is to apply and implement secure network administration principles. And then objective 3.6 is also covered in Chapter 6, analyzing and differentiating among types of mitigation and deterrent techniques. So just keep in mind that as you read through each chapter in your textbook, you're going to see a Security Plus icon with lists of objectives that parallels with the Security Plus certification exam. So for those of you that are interested in prepping for the Security Plus, or maybe interested in taking the Security Plus exam, you want to keep that in mind as you read through each chapter in the textbook. Also, the month of October is what we call National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So when you log into your Moodle course, you're going to see some very informative links with more information about what Cybersecurity Awareness Month is all about. So I do advise you at your leisure to visit those links just to learn a little bit more about cybersecurity. So as you read through Chapter 6, have a happy reading, and remember to stay secure.